Burial Isle. I think I could do that one just now then. If I can get this done, I may as well get it done, eh?
What brings you here?
It's been a long time since an outsider sought passage to the Burial Isle. It's a sacred place, for it sits upon the great works of the builders. There are other ancestors. All other Amberifs are laid to rest. If you go there, my friend, it's not a place where the living walk. Dangerous? Those I bring to the island return the same way, or else not at all. It is home only to the dead, spirit shades of the builders remain, and watch over they bound to the island, and protect it fiercely. I do it now or not? I don't know.
Arthur, with him, rock!
Yes? That's not very helpful.
Standing proud and still, the Amra before you is smiling broadly, showing several crooked and missing teeth, sporting the physique of a man in his prime. His worn and weathered face appears too old for the rest of him. He's dressed in an assortment of stitched hides and furs assembled from a motley of animals. Dangling from his belt are a series of grisly scalps, braided lengths of human, Eora, draven, and Orlan hair woven around finger bones. He sizes you up with a grin, but his gaze quickly locks with Haribus, and he tilts his head as he examines the Orlan head to toe. What do they call you, little one? You smell familiar, but your name is unknown to me.
I am Heravius, child of the Fisher Crane, adept of the Hawk and Ivy, wanderer of Eretha. Too formal?
Just a bit. The man ahead of you clears his throat. A feeling rumble comes from his chest, and for a moment his hair stands perfectly to end. Varys, fitting. He holds out his right hand and flexes his fingers. Long black talons sprout from under wolf-encrusted fingernails. He rolls his head back and inhales deeply, sighing with a smile at some perceived scent. Need to bring friends with you. Remain silent but watch them both. You allow your eyes to relax until your mind is attuned to the invisible hum of souls. The aroma projects a dazzling display of red, gold and orange. Autumn halos surrounded his massive form. Where his feet touch the ground, you see a network of roots and veins that trail from his feet and sink into the earth. Turning to Hervaris, you see glowing roots emerge from his feet, appearing as mirror images to the tendrils radiating from Scafton. These roots of soul energy meet between the two men, and then snake deep into the earth in one twisted root. You sense that these men have distant souls, but only one shared path. The two men are splayed fork in an otherwise unbroken line. The two of you share the same past, though you carry distinct souls. A shared past. Sylvan scratches a patch of fur on his cheek, an inelegant analogy. Who I was in my life was diminished in my cycle of rebirth, squandered so that the runt could have a life. So that's his brother. Runt. Evasius brows furrows and he clenches his fist so tightly you hear a cacophony of cracking finger joints. And it's your soul. It's not exactly. His anger falters and he stumbles over his thoughts. Are you visited by the Autumn Stilgar? Visited, tested, forged. That would be the way to view it. Looks at Hervasius with a sneer. I previously thought it was a mark of distinction, but apparently even a half-height, half-man can manage the task. Takes away some of the glory, does it not? Half-man, Avarius glares back his good-eyed twitching and his fur standing on end. That's some really tough talk coming from a man about to choke on his own blood. Whoa, 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 whoa. If they do want to start an argument, leave the fucking me out of this, right? Same as he wants from me, no doubt. Same as he wants from me, no doubt. Completion. He exhales slowly, eyeing Haverius as his nostrils flare. Gallowing gifted us both with the stripes of true predator. It is our purpose to erase the weak, ensuring only the strong proliferate. He mashes his fists together with a meaty thud. We must honour our god. He looks at Haverius' eye patch and shakes his head. My god, by doing as the hound demands, let us determine who bears the right to be Galloway's harbinger. Well, it's no, because we know that the hound wants either the lion or the bear to be this person. Haverius, is this what you want? Haverius growls, his fur bristles, and for a moment shines with luminescent tendrils of yellow and orange. I asked to be a hunter. A regular hunter that gets invited to chase down dinner and eats its neck. I didn't ask for this. I think I'm going to go for understand. Whale has led you to this moment for you to understand, not whinge. A fair criticism, he runs his long hand along the band of his eye patch, his fingers stopping to trace the silver embroidery of whale that rests over his ruined eye. After a silent moment, his posture snaps to attention, and a smile comes over his face. Well, I'm glad he came. His tone is surprisingly upbeat. Galloway gave me a gift. My tribe doesn't agree with it. What's done is done. He looks at Scarden and scratches his chin. If erasing this soul cousin of mine is what I must do to be greater, well, I guess that's not any kind of greatness I'm seeking. Joel scolds, his gaze focused on Hervafius. And you think you can just walk away from me? I'm going to go resolve. He would face both an Autumn Stelgar and was crazy enough to defend it. Studies his opponent and slumps his soldiers. I would face the Autumn Stelgar alone, as Galloway intended. But if his art is not in the battle, neither is there glory for the victor. He spits a blaze wad of flame on the ground. Scamper away if you need to run home and find your genitals. I will be waiting. My gonads. Oh, well. Last I left them. It seems like he wants to fight as well. Let him talk. They were in your mother. If she still accepted clients at this hour, I'm sure I could spread her open. Yep. Okay. Okay.
That's it. Consider it dead.
Yep. He wanted a fight, so he got it. And he died. The various pants and wheezes, his one good eye locked on Skerrin's corpse, blood and sweat dripped down his fur, and he rocks back and forth on the balls of his feet, as though expecting the body to stand back. How do you feel?
Amused, I suppose. Wal showed me that Galloway was answering my prayers. He made me the great hunter that I wished to be. The mauling wasn't a punishment, just a very, very hard test. And I think Wal showed me just now what I will become if I let this facet of my life be all-consuming.
Skerrin's corpse. As your eyes relax and your vision adjusts to the hum of the invisible, you see a spiraling pile of red, orange, and yellow. The cyclone of foliage flies apart, and the leaves drift off into parts unknown. As Skeleton's essence fades from view, you see a handful of autumn leaves circle about Hervafius as his soul glows a bolder shade of orange.
Yes, I've had enough of Galloway's tests and trials. Even if I could best every other man that wears the Autumn Stelgar mantle, what's the point? My heart isn't in the hunt like it used to be. Which is almost a shame, since I'm a pretty amazing and modest hunter. But to answer your question, yes, I'm done here.
Right.
Before the vultures get to him, figured I should take a reminder.
Just place hand there, man. Yeah, I thought he would have took his testicles. That's all I'm saying. I think that would have been fun. I think that would have been fun. Alright. Something else.
I'll take a look.
Many blessings, traveler.
I am known as Dalim, chanter of Old Song. I trust you are enjoying the beauty of this sacred place. Are you a resident entertainer? I sing to entertain Old Song's visitors, but alas, the crowds have thinned into little more than a trickle. The chill wind from Ramer's temple is driving people away. Now I sing, but nobody listens. My music is without purpose. But I know of a solution. A way to make my songs warm and passionate, countering Ramer's incessant chill. The Orland smile and reaches out with a grasping notion. All I need are a few rare songbuds. I could eat them and absorb their musical energy. With that kind of musical powerhouse in my soul, I could sing a song that could bring back the merry crowds. You want to eat the songbird? I don't think it works that way. Eating the muscles of animal makes you stronger, right? And if you consume green stalks, do you not take on their pungent smell? Even down to the water you pass? That's true. He smiles, pleased with this reasoning. Yeah, that's true. Just as one cannot sweet if one is parched, sweat if one is parched, I cannot sing without a nourished soul. It's all very basic. Did your parents teach you nothing of the food dropping cycle? Oh my lord. Spare me your reasoning, I'll help. Splendid. It's a quest, folks, may as well get the experience. For my song to be pitch perfect, I will need a frame, a bird often found throughout Twin Elms, often in high trees, nests, but some have been domesticated. I also need a sharwing. Sharwings prefer nests in Adra formations, suits their natural camouflage. So the sharwings will be in Elmsmore because that's where they have their the Adra stones. I didn't care where the other ones are going to be. Oh, and most importantly, if I plan on hitting those high notes, I'm going to need a Gloud Singer. These little warbles can only be found in the highest mountain peaks. So I think I have to go up that mountain then. Okay, many thanks, there's some more. Bring me these birds and I'll sing like Helia herself. What, no balls? No balls. Oh, there's a wolf. This is fine, but I don't know what it is. It's like I think my OBS is overloaded, but it's not. It's not. It's not overloaded, whatever it is. Don't blow that up, please. The remains of a Birkenberg long collapsed led to the deep chasm. The other side of the bridge pierces through the mist of the far end of the chasm, hanging precariously over the steep fall. Examine. The broken stone, the bridge, weathered after centuries of despair, are scattered along the edges of the side of the chasm. A thin mist rises from below. The stones are coated with slick green moss, making them impossible to go out safely. The wooden beams logged between the stones of either side of the bridge seem sturdy enough to support your weight, however. The remains of the broken bridge long collapsed to a deep chasm. The other side of the bridge pierces through the mist at the far end of the chasm, hanging precariously over the steep fall. Toss your rope. You aim for the wooden beam on the opposite side of the bridge and hurl your grappling hook across the chasm. It strikes the bridge with a solid choke. The hook snags firmly, digging into the wood as you pull. The rope tightens, taut and secure. You tie the free end of the rope to the wooden beam next to you. The remains of the bridge long rope stretches across the chasm. The rope tenses and vibrates as you move forward, gripping the line. Reverberating through the underground cave, the creaks of the wooden beams mark your effort. You keep your progress slow and steady. The crossing is strenuous, particularly as the rope shaking grows more intense. Elo's breathing grows laboured. At last, your efforts bring you back to solid ground as you reach the other side. So he's going to be...
Let's go.
No, he didn't take anything.
That's it!
An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Soul's domain, Estamar. She shall not leave it for Ernest or any other challenger. Why does Soul refuse to face Ernest? Ernest is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have done in the past. What the bear's supporters want is for Soul to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Soul has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claw in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide, for some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl, and Ursuni smiles. Also, Soul has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they'll grow, they'll be mightier than either Soul or Aureus. But if Soul is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in them all, then our cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here? Defending the rightful champion of Galloway's Maw. Earlier supporters would have her ousted in favour of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on their own. Soul is a rightful champion. I think so. I would say Soul is a rightful champion. Her hand stays to a handshake at her side. You would side with the bear too. Choose your next words carefully. I think I would deal well. Okay, so see, that's the way I see it. I mean, if this is the area where it's supposed to be and they have it, then they have it. I mean, if Onios wants to deal with them, then he has to face them, in my opinion. So I'll deal with him. Good. This bear isn't nearly as excuse me, nearly as strong as Eden and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear can be killed, that would cure everyone of their delusion about it. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
That's it!
I could use a wee kip.
Dead. Okay. Dealt with Orneus. You choose well. Soul's cub will grow up to be quick and fierce, and so will the fangs if they follow their example. Thank you for resolving this, Estamar. Trust me, I shouldn't have. This should have been dealt
You
with
should
by
see
you.
this.
See Bell's new Estamar. Truth, when I heard she let another in, I almost went to the passage of 6 myself to share words. Ah, right, okay. There we go. What? Have other foreigners come this way recently? Worshippers of Regan, they claim. Simple looters and defilers by another name, that's the truth. The spearhead flashes as she shakes at the door. They disappear behind the doors of Noonfrost, and our lake turns to ice and the cold creeps ever closer. She digs a trench in the sand with one bare foot. Yet Betwell is timid, and she has convinced the other Afavath that they must respect those Estamorn and their traditions, no matter what mischief guides their hand. She raises her head, slowly looking back towards the interest. Is looking out for Twin Elms in her own way. Yep. Soft words accomplish little, yet they fill the mouths of Estamorn. I sent my own sister, one of my finest scouts, to sniff out the Pale Elf's corruption. I was certain that I could not be ignored. The defilement of Noonfrost, once Alaf's own eyes had seen it, but she still hasn't returned. She looks away. Now I bear the responsibility for her fate, and I can't send the fangs after her without openly defying them. I can never pronounce that word. Anamthafa. Anamthafa? Okay, Anamthafa. Alright. I could look for Alwai. She gives you a guarded look. I don't dare to hope. Whatever catastrophe has befallen Noonfrost does not feel like the work of Kef. But nothing would bring me greater joy than seeing her again. She glances at the sand and frowns. I would take any assistance you can give. What are you doing here? My stocks equip my brethren in the fangs, and my hands train them to fight, hunt, and track with skill. What purpose brings you here? Tell me about them all. An ancient place of... Oh, we know about that. Do you have any supplies? Vesgel, the pale elf searches you with ice blue eyes. She shifts and knits her fingers together. Welcome to Noonfrost. Most of the temple is currently closed for sacred ceremonies to Rimgrund. She forces a smile and waves to the eastern doorway. The shrine is to your right. You're welcome to make your offerings to Rimgard there, but the rest of the temple is off limits. I'm looking for the first tomb breach. The bearish flush rises in her pale cheeks. As I said, only the shrine in the eastern wing is open. The rest of the temple is closed to visitors right now. I suggest you make your devotions here, there, and leave. Her cheeks flush, Watcher. Perhaps she misinterpreted what you meant by Frostune Breach. If that's all, it seems the cold has spread from Noonfrost. Rimbrand is a god of winter. It's been many years since this temple was attended, so there's nothing strange about a little chill around the place. If this bothers you, then perhaps you should go. Tell me about it. He's the Vesgel, he's the god of cold, entropy, and collapse. Many see him as a harsh god, but few recognise that he also gives life in his own way. All things wind to a merciful end in his shadow, only to feed creation elsewhere. She frowns, gnawing at her lip, but he is a silent god, his ways are mysterious. To follow him is to accept inevitably without explanation. In this matter, and in the legacy, it seems the gods are often silent when we most crave guidance. Why is the temple closed? As I said, we're in the middle of a sacred ceremonies. They're rather complex, and we don't permit outsiders to witness them. She glances the elves over her shoulder. Others of my clan get rather touchy about that, which is why you should visit the shrine and take your leave. My clan journeyed from White to Wens to pay homage to Rigrund here at Noonfrost. We'd learned that this place had been abandoned for several years, and we felt it our duty to tend to one of our god's eldest temples. She rolls her shoulders back. It has been a long journey, but Rigrund demands endurance. No doubt he will reward us for ours. I hope it is. Right, so you have to die. Okay. Do all that again.
Gods, it's gotten hard to concentrate. Rima God, the frost-hewn breach is a weak spot in the barrier between us. We received.
Want to open the breach
so that we can. But if anything could pass through the frost-hewn breach, it would enter directly into the white void. This death is overdue for us. We just have to find a way through.
Okay, so I gave them last time, but I can't do that. You can't oppose the will of a god. He laughs, but his eyes do not. You think that because Ringrund spoke to you in a dream, you can march in here and tell us about his will, or that your elegant words will direct our faith. We followed him and suffered by him, for almost as long as his temple has stood. Now we seek the very end that he proposes. Do not lecture me about my duties to my god. If it wishes for your souls to enter the white void, wouldn't he make it so? Don't pretend to understand his will, and neither should you. So we should live another 100 lifetimes of toil and devotion to a god who will not even deny to give us a reason. He heaves a sigh, cloud in the air between you. We've been faithful to Rimgrund for all these generations, and even now, It's his mercy we seek, and these centuries are but the blink of an eye to one who is eternal. He looks at the dawn, haggard faces of his people. If it's his will, we'll go back to the white that wins. Perhaps one day he'll reward our endurance. Does it really matter? Now that I think about it, I don't know. A weird one. I don't know, man. Everything else crumpled in the snow. It crumpled into snow. Really annoying me that. The pedestal of black ice rises from the floor. Long-fingered ice crystals as hard as clear and diamond, surrounded by and pierced the altar. Let's do that again. Totally read that wrong. A pedestal of black ice rises from the floor. Long finger like ice crystals, as hard and clear as diamond, surround and pierce the altar. A hole has been gouged out in the middle of the altar, though it can't be more than a few inches deep. It sucks at the air around you. Plug the hole. It fits perfectly. As it settles into place, the cold around the altar dissipates. Similarly, the portal before you seems to thicken, and the mysterious seepage tapers off. Back the way. Oh, it's her. Aha! The young Orling scrambles in the stone floor, pressing her back against the wall and baring her teeth at you. Her fur is patchy and matted. As you step into the room, she squints and turns her large ears towards you. A heavy sigh escapes her tiny body. Beast, take me. My eyes mistook you for one of them. Please, get me out of here. What happened to you? Well, I guess you got captured. When you first began freezing in the lake, my sister Larha sent me to seek out the cause. She scowls at the dingy room. The pale elf Estramar sees me before I could report back. The pale elves are behind it. They showed up in Twin Elms not long ago, saying they wanted to see the upkeep of Noonfrost. I don't know how, but they opened the Frostholm breach at the back of the temple, sucks warmth and life straight into the frozen god's barren domain. She shivers. They've got to be stopped. It's only a matter of time before the cold spreads for life. Don't worry. After it. They all should be dead, right? Make a run for it, go! She turns towards the hall, her large ears angled forward, as fast as my feet can carry me. She scrambles for the exit on emaciated arms and legs. At the door, she glances back to you. Thank you, Estramar. Be careful.
Sure.
She is. Berlin stands under the open sky, taking deep breaths of fresh air. Feels like I've been reborn. He thumps you on the shoulder. Come by the maw sometime. The rest of the fangs will want to meet the cunning Estramar and free me. Your thing, buddy. I found Alwa. Your own eyes have seen her. I freed her from Noonfrost. She's just enjoying the fresh air before she returns. You've accomplished a great service for the fangs and for me. Larha takes a deep breath. I was wrong about you, Estramar. I did not see you truly. Please, accept a gift worthy of your honor and skill. Praise me. I am your god now. Ayla waves at you, a broad smile on her thin mouth. Her fur is sleek and glossy now, and there's a mischievous twinkle in her eye. Good to see you. How are you? Whole and well, thanks to you. Not that Larha's given me a chance to rest. She eyes another Orla woman. My sister makes me earn my keep around here. You spent long enough stuck in that frozen cell, didn't you? Your limbs need exercise and now teach me what to do now. As long as you can keep up. Bloodied Hunter.